During the last presidential debate, Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump sparred over who was behind the WikiLeaks release of Clinton campaign documents. Trump says no one really knows. Clinton says 17 government agencies say it's the Russians. Tonight, why who was behind the hacks doesn't really matter as much as whether or not the information is true. This is a reality check you won't see anywhere else.
She has no idea whether it's Russia, China, or anybody else.
I am not putting
Hillary, you have no idea.
17 intelligence. Do you doubt 17
our
military
country has
and
no
civilian
idea.
agencies? Well,
yeah,
he'd rather believe.
Well, that was Secretary of State Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump arguing over whether or not 17 federal agencies have agreed that high-ranking Russian officials are behind the hacking of Clinton campaign manager John Podesta's emails. The agencies that Clinton was citing there include the State Department, the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, and the CIA. For his part, Donald Trump says that those agencies don't really know for sure.
Our country has no idea.
Well, now let's set aside the fact that many of those agencies, including the NIE, the CIA, the State Department, and the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, all also said that Iraq had weapons of mass destruction when it did not. But let's say that this time they are all correct. So what? Because the issue is not who is leaking the information from the Clinton campaign chairman, it's whether or not the information being released is true. So far, WikiLeaks has released over 26,000 emails from John Podesta. Just to name a few, a number of emails indicate that Clinton Foundation and State Department pay-to-play schemes. For instance, an email from Clinton aide Huma Abedin to Podesta in January of 2015 details how Moroccan authorities donated $12 million to the Clinton Foundation's Clinton Global Initiative to get access to Secretary of State Clinton. There are also numerous emails that demonstrate collusion between major media organizations and the Clinton campaign. Brand new WikiLeaks emails show that at least 65 mainstream reporters were closely working with the Clinton campaign this election year. They were invited to top elitist dinners with Hillary Clinton, campaign chairman John Podesta, or the chief campaign strategist Joel Benenson. Among those journalists, Politico's White House correspondent and senior staff writer Glenn Thrush, who actually allowed his article to be proofed and edited by Podesta prior to publishing. To Podesta, he wrote, quote, "Because I have become a hack, I will send you the whole section that pertains to you. Please don't share or tell anyone I did this." Podesta also referred to Bernie Sanders as a doofus. And separately, the campaign planned and succeeded to fool Bernie Sanders and his, quote, self-righteous ideologue supporters at the convention. Podesta and campaign staff planned to throw Sanders a bone at the convention, they said, by falsely vowing to curb the superdelegate system. This was done to make Sanders and his supporters, quote, think they won something. And of course, the emails regarding those deleted Clinton emails. Clinton staffers discussed which of Hillary Clinton's emails to release and which to delete. So what you need to know is that there has been so much discussion about the Russians trying to influence the election. But what we're not talking about is whether or not the emails are true. If they are, then who cares where they come from? Who cares why? Because if the accusation is that the Russians are trying to influence this election by telling the truth, then what does that tell us about how American media is trying to influence the election? That's Reality Check. Let's talk about it on Twitter.